and welcome back to Bits. Coming up, we'll be taking a look at what you should be spending your hard-earned cash on in this week's Shop Shelf.
And we give you the do's and don'ts in our lesson on video gaming etiquette.
But first, Alex takes a long, hard look at the gorgeous Shenmue.
The 80s was an era of fashion victims and personal vendettas. If you weren't a legwarmer casualty, then you were probably wearing stonewashed jeans and a leather jacket, being a punk and searching for ways to avenge your father's death. Now, documenting that strange decade of marching powder-fueled revenge and aggression is a phenomenal new game that's ushering in a whole new sensation. It's called Shenmue.
Shenmue follows Ryo, a young 80s guy, as he pursues the bad man who knocked his kung fu paw sideways for an ornamental mirror. He's seeking the why behind his sudden orphanship. He's seeking revenge. No turning the other cheek here. This soul, lost somewhere between Pob and the sensitive new age reformation of the 90s, is seeing red.
Father! No!
And it ain't the Rouge and the New Romantics. Prepare to die.
Ryo's blood isn't particularly boiling, nor is it very well translated, but deep inside is a lean, blue-jeaned, killing machine, ready and willing to pop a punk-ass horse head into his newfound enemy's bed. Oh, the horror that lies within this mild-mannered boy.
Welcome to Teletime, Western Australia. On the third stroke, the time will be 9:40 and 50 seconds.
The game is structured around his waking moments, from 8:30 a.m. until the witching hour of 11:30, leaving no time for piss nights out and moose women. You direct Ryo through every slightly enhanced minute of these 15 hours, where one day in the game takes about an hour to complete in the real world.
Hey.
Hey, mister! Let's play soccer!
Some other time, okay?
Getting through the objectives in time is just like work, including the limitations of office hours, opening times, lunch meetings, and the curfew.
Here you go! Milk's perfect for a schoolboy, I'd say!
Are those guys sailors?
Maybe.
I'm looking for sailors who work with Chinese ships.
What are you, some kind of TV detective or something?
Back off!
You little punk! You looking for some of this?
On the third
There's a notebook that you carry around with you, which contains all the clues imparted by the 500 or so discreet and occasionally Stepford characters that wander around. This is very important, especially if the last time you played, you were completely wrecked. Now, it contains useful clues like things like sailors hang out in bars at night, but not to dissuade any uptight gamers, this does prove extremely useful later on in the game.
time will be 9.
You seem troubled.
I am.
Shall I read your fortune, then?
The plot drives from one question to the next, and Ryo repeats himself verbatim to hundreds of atmospheric characters until the problem's sorted out. It can become repetitive, but the developers cleverly distract by introducing another environment in which to begin the carrot dangling again. The controls are the only things that annoy in this almost perfect game. Ryo can only move in a direction if he's facing it. Much wasted energy is spent getting him in a place or turning him around. Boring. And we were promised full Virtua Fighter-style fisticuffs. Although he practices kicking and flailing and learns new moves to a certain extent, when it comes to being attacked by brutes dressed in leather, a portion of the fighting is reduced to quick response knowledge of where A or B is.
So, do you know Charlie?
I don't know any Charlie.
Where'd you get the tattoo?
Okay, now, I'm not lying, but there's a tattoo parlor in Yokosuka, too. A friend told me about it. You've got to believe me.
There's no corporate takeovers, there's no Charlie, there's no war in the Middle East, nor is there a lick of blue eyeshadow. But what there is a hermetically sealed plot and an angry young man who never changes his pants, never suffers from bedhead, and says, "I see a lot." Now, you'll be able to live this alternative reality on your Dreamcast from the 1st of December because you won't be able to live without it.
On the third stroke, the time will be